Good afternoon. Thanks for coming back to my channel. So as you all know, races have been cancelled here, there and everywhere during the lockdown. That's no big secret. They've been toppling like dominoes, let's be honest. And for me, personally, I love racing, and it's a big part of my motivation to get out the door and run, because when I go to races at the weekends and stuff, I love it. But I mainly love it because I'm fit to do it, and I enjoy doing it because it doesn't feel mega strenuous for me. I mean, obviously, I run a race. I know I've run a race. I get fatigued, but I've got the fitness to run it comfortably and enjoy it. So as soon as races started going, for me, it removed a big thing that motivates me to run. As you well know, this channel is mainly about races and me filming the experience that I have at races, sharing that experience, and that helps people decide if they want to do the race or maybe they don't want to do it, if they don't like the look of it and that kind of thing. So without the races, I've not had any content really for this channel of that type. And also it's took my motivation away. So I've been going out at the start of lockdown. I went out on, a few runs, and then I think it was Manchester Marathon was cancelled. The London Landmarks half was cancelled. I thought to myself, well, maybe by June it'll be all right. Maybe I can do Endure 24. And of course, as time ticks on, that doesn't happen. And all the races start going. And my flights for Chicago got cancelled by the airline. Obviously, the race got cancelled. And you just start to think, well, what I'm actually running for? What am I training for? And what I could have done is frame that in a positive way at the time. And I could have thought, well, let's look at some other reasons why I can run. But I wasn't in that frame of mind, unfortunately. And I just kind of thought, well, what's the point? Why am I bothering? That was my mindset, which on reflection, obviously I regret now. But at the time, I just couldn't get motivated. I was also very busy at work. Lockdown increased demand on me in my work. And that also ate up time and things. And I kind of used that as an excuse to not run when I could have found the time to run, but I just chose not to and use work as an excuse, I guess. And the long and short of it is I've not really been training properly or doing any running now. I can't remember the last time I ran, a couple of months ago. From now, I don't know, but anyone who follows me on Strava will have noticed a rapid decline in my mileage and everything. So and there's someone I work with actually who runs, and they came up to me the other day and they said, what on earth's happened to you? Why aren't you running? I didn't really have an answer. So yeah, I lost motivation. And it's funny because for people that never used to run, lockdown has spurred a lot of people into running because, of course, we were only allowed out for exercise. So people have gone, well, I better go exercising then if I want to go out, and they've gone out running. But it's been the opposite for me. And I knew, obviously, by not running, it was having an impact on me in my health and my fitness and my weight and stuff. But I just thought, I've gained a little bit of weight. I've lost a little bit of fitness. I should be all right. And kind of, I guess I was in denial about it all. But what kind of really showed me how unfit I'd become, a couple of indicators really. So we just recently went on a holiday to Cornwall, and I put out a video of Adrenaline Quarry, and that was a really good day out. Really love that. But if you haven't seen that video, it's on the channel. But that holiday is what really woke me up, because we went down to Primark to buy some shorts. I wanted some shorts to wear down the beach and stuff. And I used to be a 30 waist, right? And I thought to myself, I do know I've gained some weight, so I'll probably be a 32. Of course, you couldn't try anything on because of coronavirus and all that. So I bought about 60 quid's worth of shorts, just like, standard everyday shorts. 32 waist. Got them home. I couldn't do them up. And I'm not suggesting that a 34 waist is massive or anything. I'm not saying that. But for me, who has been a 30 waist for God knows how long, I can't remember, it's a 4-inch gain. And I'm thinking, wow, I can't fit into 32 short, I must be 34. That was a big wake-up call for me. And then also going on that adrenaline quarry, part of the process of going on that zip line there, they got to weigh you because they have to work out what harness to give you, or what line to put you on. So go back a few years, I did a zip line at Eden Project, and the lady who weighed me there, I was 69 kilos, and I remember that because I remember making a joke about the number 69. You all know where that's going. But I made a joke about it at the time, and I was 69 kilos. I got on adrenaline quarry a couple of weeks back, month back or whatever, and I stood on those scales, and I don't routinely weigh myself, I never have, and it said 84, and I thought, wow, I mean, again, I'm not suggesting if someone's 84 kilos, it's horrendous, but for me, that's a 15 kilo gain. So I've gained 15 kilos. I've gained 4 inches on my waist, and I'm thinking this isn't good. It's not good. And when I have tried to go out on runs, I've felt awful, and it's been a struggle. It's not surprising, is it, if I'm slogging an extra 15 kilos around with me? So it's not been ideal at all. And I just felt quite negative about it, I suppose, is the best way to frame it. I wouldn't say I was depressed or anything like that. I just felt a bit negative. So we go on this holiday, and I think, well, screw it, the damage is done. I'm on holiday now, I might as well just enjoy myself. So I've eaten we were down in Cornwall, so I've eaten all the pasties, all the cream teas, all of that, and not made the situation any better. But I've enjoyed the holiday, so I figured I might as well do that. And when the holiday's done, I'm going to have to get back on it. It's been a couple more weeks. I haven't really got back on it at all. I did start eating better for about the first 2 weeks after my holiday. I was on salads for lunch and stuff, and I was feeling better. And then the next couple of weeks, I've just lost track of my diet again. I've just been eating anything again. So I'm in a position now today where I'm probably not overweight. I'm probably within the BMI index stuff because I'm like 6 feet tall. And when I'm running, I'm always down the low end of that BMI area of acceptance, I suppose. So, yeah, I've got probably at the top end or maybe a little over. I don't know. I haven't looked. But, I've lost my train of thought. But, yes, I'm a bit heavier than I should be. I'm not fit. I'm not as fit as I should be. And I've lost all my motivation because there's been no races and so on. Now, I don't know when races are coming back. I know some are creeping back now. I know that like Clean Coach Katie the other day did the Ultra 5K, which was looked to be a really good race. And actually, that's one I've always wanted to do and I've never got round to doing. But yeah, there's some races creeping back. But the realisation has hit me, I suppose. I can't rely on races at the moment for my motivation because there's not going to be as many races as there used to be. And if there is races, they're not going to be the big fanfare events that they used to be, not for now at least, not with the virus and no vaccine and all this. So I've got to find some other reason, some other why as to why I'm going to run. And I need to do that because I need to get back to running. So for me now, I wouldn't say I'm totally back to square one from when I first ever started running because I think I was heavier then. And of course, I'd never run a step really for a long, since I was at school. So, and I've now got 10 years of running that I've done in the tank. It's in there somewhere. So I think I can return to fitness quicker than I would have done from the get-go. But I'm under no illusion that that's going to be tomorrow or the day after or even next week. I've got some work to do if I'm going to get back to being able to run, say, a 1:30 half marathon like I used to do without even thinking about it. I could just go out and do it, and it wasn't difficult because my PB was 1:20. I'm not sure I could run 2 hours today. If I'm honest, if I went out the door right now, having done no running for a while, I don't think I could run 2 hours in a half. I'd probably have to walk a lot, you know, that sort of thing. So although I'm not back to square one, I'm not too far ahead of square one, should we say, and I've got a lot of work to do. So yeah, that's kind of it. Another reason I've not really made videos is because I've not had races to do, and for me that's a lot of the content that I kind of do on this channel. So I've not had the content, and it might not have escaped your attention by now that my eye here isn't looking amazing, and I've had dermatitis, I think it was. My eye was very red, very raw, very sore. It's been like this for a couple of months. I've been to the GP. It got misdiagnosed as hay fever, and they gave me some like allergy drops to put in my eyes, and I did that for a couple of weeks and that didn't work, and so on. And anyway, I've got to the point where I've got a cream and I'm trying that now. It's should clear up, but just having a big red horrible eye has made me a bit self-conscious about coming on camera, you know, taking selfies to put on Instagram, all of that, because I've just thought to myself, I just look horrible, you know, my eye looks horrible. It's not pleasant for people to look at, so I've steered clear of it. So there's just been a lot going on over the lockdown where it's made it difficult for me to run, to be motivated to run, to want to run, and all of that. And I'm sure, at least I hope so, I'm sure there's other people out there that have lost motivation because their races have been cancelled. So I just thought if I talk about it, it might get a conversation going, and it might help people talk it through, and maybe we can all together come up with a strategy about how we're going to move forward from this kind of mindset, this kind of point, and to get back to making running a habit, because at the moment not running has become my habit. I've also been drinking alcohol, not in any excess or, you know, anything like that, but routinely I wouldn't go drinking beer in the evening after work when I, you know, before lockdown, and I was training and running. I wouldn't come home and sit on a sofa and have a beer and all of that, but I've been coming home and having a beer or two some nights, just midweek, which I don't see, you know, it's not like, oh no, I'm an alcoholic, please pity me or anything like that. It's not that. It's just, again, for me, in comparison to what I was doing before, that is another change in habit, another bad habit I've got into. So that needs to stop as well. So there's lots going on. And I'm just hopeful that, yeah, if anyone else is in the same boat, we can maybe push forward to something more positive, something more healthy, something more consistent with our training, as we aim towards, you know, hopefully maybe next spring there might be some races back. We don't know, but let's hope and let's cross our fingers, and let's maybe do something now so that we can start to work towards being fit and healthy and ready in 2021 if races are going to come back to the table, and we can, you know, obviously crack on with that. So I'm going to start to run, I've said it now, look, and I'm going to start to try and make videos about about progress through that. So I need you lot to hold me accountable to that, if that's okay. If you do see me on Strava not running, give me a kick up the arse, because it's likely I might not, you know, I'm going to be realistic. I might struggle to find the motivation. I don't know yet. So give me a kick up the arse if I'm not doing it. If I've gone quiet on here and I'm not posting, there's a good chance that's because I've not been running. So if you notice that, give me that kick, and try and keep me on track. And then I'll try and do the same for anyone else if I notice it, and go from there, I suppose. So that was a little bit of a, confessions. That was not the most positive story. So let's end on a positive note.
The best time to plant a tree was 25 years ago. But the second and the best time to plant a tree of self-discipline is today. Today is 30th. It's the best time for you to plant a tree of self-discipline.